Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to your first full week of school. It is Monday, August 17th, and I'm excited to teach you another writing lesson. Okay? Today we're going to learn about a period at the end of a sentence. And I know you all know what a sentence is because we talked about that a couple days last week. It has to make sense, right? There has to be a subject and a predicate. Somebody or something has to be doing something. It's a complete thought. Now, you all know that we always capitalize the beginning of our sentence. You all know that we use correct spacing between our words. And now we have to make sure that we end the sentence correctly, okay, by adding ending punctuation. So I'm going to talk to you about that today. Today our focus is I can learn how to use a period at the end of a sentence. Okay, so punctuation is when you write in a way that people know how to speak, so how you would say something out loud. So I know that my voice has to stop when I get to that period before I read what comes after that. Okay, so what is a period? Well, a period is just this little dot right here at the end of my I can statement. I'm going to color it and make it purple. That's a period. Just a little dot that you see at the end of a sentence. Okay? What is a telling sentence? So a telling sentence is one you want to actually tell me or tell someone something. So, for example, I like the color orange. I would put a period, this little dot at the end of that when I'm writing. I am wearing a green shirt. Period. You're just telling me something, right? So whenever you're telling something to someone, you have to end with a period. There's also another time that we can use a period at the end of the sentence, and that is when you say a command. So what is a command sentence? Well, this one's always a lot of fun. I love teaching this to you guys. This is probably something that your parents might say to you a lot. For example, go clean your room, Marlon. You would put a period there. Get out of my room, Alara, period. So a command sentence is basically when you're being bossy, when you're telling somebody what to do. You're not giving them a choice, you're commanding them to do something. So I'm going to give you two examples right here. One is going to be a telling sentence, just a regular sentence that we use all the time. So this is very common. We see more periods in our writing than any other ending punctuation. And then I'm going to give you an example using a command sentence, okay? And later today, you guys in your writing ELA notebook, you are going to copy these sentences. We expect you to have a good capital letter at the beginning of your sentence. We expect you to use your index finger for good spacing. And now we're going to look to make sure that you remember when your voice stops, when the sentence is over, that you have a period to show us that. So my first example, number one, I am going to write this telling sentence. I want to tell you guys that I loved hearing Nixon play the drums. So I'm going to start with a capital letter. I'm going to leave my space. I loved hearing Nixon play, and I'm out of space, no problem. I just go down underneath the I and continue. Play the drums, period. A lot of times kids are so excited that they wrote a sentence and they're very proud of the words that they wrote, and they're like, whoo, I'm done, and they forget to put that, and then they keep talking and keep writing, and then we don't know when to stop. So it's very important that when your voice stops, you have ending punctuation to show that you have to pause, you have to take a breath before you continue reading. So I loved hearing Nixon play the drums. I'm just telling you something. And I end with a period. Now, let's say that Harper in our room gets in trouble. Her mom or her dad, they're not happy with her. And they might say, go to your room right now, Harper. Uh-oh, they're commanding her to do something. So when I go to write that sentence, again, we're going to capitalize the first letter that we hear. Go to your room, we'll put a little comma there, just a little pause, Harper. And they say it kind of really like commanding voice, kind of bossy. You still end with a period here. Go to your room, Harper. I don't know what Harper did, but she might be in trouble. So these are two examples of when to use a period at the end of your sentence. Whenever you're telling somebody something and whenever you're commanding somebody to do something, we should always see that little dot called a period at the end of your sentence. So you guys just learned how to correctly use a period at the end of your sentences. And we, your teachers, are excited to see your writing with you using correct ending punctuation. And we're specifically going to be looking for those periods. Adios!